Hello, brothers and sisters globally. Welcome to morning motivational meetings, reading quotes and words from the word scriptures to empower with positive vibe for the day. Welcome to this Billion Happy Lives Subscribers Marathon. Please like and subscribe to our channel and share it to all our friends to get billions Happy Lives subscribers. More people, more interesting. Let's go reading further with the world scriptures. The next chapter, the value of human life. Human beings have a priceless value, although in many fallen society life is regarded as cheap, and despite the worldly illusion that a person's value is determined by wealth, status, education, or beauty, God endowed every person with the absolute value of his love. He created us as his beloved children, infinitely precious, even equal to God. The text gathered, he expressed this exalted value of human being. A single person has the value of the whole world, unique in all creation. He or she is irreplaceable. Moreover, the love of God, family, nation, and all creation embrace each individual. Each individual is needed by all existence. The death of any individual brings loss of all existence. For this reason, taking life by murder, suicide, and abandon has no place in God's world. Furthermore, since physical life provides the opportunity for growth, taking a life robs the individual and the universe of a way to attain perfection. Still, in a world fixated on materialism, few people have realized their exalted potential value, which derives from the capacity to love God and humanity. Therefore, it is incumbent upon us all to cultivate the true well springs of value and become the children of God who are esteemed by the world of God and God, more precious than gold. Let's read further from the Bible. And for what will it profit a man if he gains the whole world and forfeits his life? Why should I fear in time of trouble when the insecurity of my persecutors surround me, men who trust in their wealth and boast of the abundance of their riches? Truly, no man can ransom himself or give to God the price of his life, for the ransom of his life is costly and can never suffice. Psalm 49, 5, 8. And from Christianity, I got me slaves and slave girls. For what price? Tell me. What in the world is worth as much as a human being? What price can you put on a rational intellect? How many drachmas do you reckon equal the value of one made in the likeness of God? How many gold pieces should you be able to get for selling a being shaped by God? God said, let us make man in our own image and likeness. Since man is in the likeness of God and is ruled over the whole world and has been granted this authority over everything from God, who is his buyer, tell me, who is his seller? To God alone belongs this power. Gregory of Nyssa, homily and on Ecclesiastes 4. And further, let's read from the teaching of Second Coming, Sun Myung Moon. People in this world believe that the good life is to live in comfortable surroundings, wear good clothes, drive a fancy car, and fly to any destination anytime they wish. You should know that their standard of judging what is in the good life is bad habit of worldly people. Americans may love material things, but I love people more. The winners are people who love people. Even if you lose all you possess, if you keep your human relations intact, the things will return. So, though we lose money through people, we will be able to obtain money. But if we break our connection to people, we lose everything. What is exactly value in the world? It is not a treasure such as gold or silver, nor it is worldly fame power. And the most valuable thing in all heaven and earth is you. Nevertheless, when people are asked what certification they have that they are valuable, they cannot answer. Still, despite their many deficiencies, people want to put themselves before heaven and earth as the most valuable existence. It is our original human nature to do so. Maybe you think you are already living for the sake of the nation and the world. However, have you considered whether other people regard you as a valued person? If they do not, then you need to make a new determination and a new beginning. Ask yourself, what do others see as valuable about me? Can you become a jewel, one of a kind in the universe, a true treasure that God and Jesus would long to possess? The myriad of saints who formerly lived on earth and all the philosophers who planted their thought in the world, no matter how important they may have been during their earthly life, would long for you treasure. All humanity presently living and even people on the future would want it. They would adore its value. Yet, who has believed that they could be such a jewel? And further, let's read from my book, World on the Final Step of Perfection, the chapter of perfection through history. Genetics have concluded that every person living on Earth right now can trace his or her lineage back to a single common female ancestor who lived around 200,000 years ago in Africa. Therefore, this proves that history started with a couple who are referred to in the Bible as Adam and Eve. When we look at the history of Adam and Eve, we can see that at the onset of human history, several issues occur. Shortly after they leave from God, they started all three major humankind problems through what is referred to as the fall: immorality, murder, and thief. Moreover, all these problems took root at the beginning of history and have multiplied throughout time on all levels, morphing to different forms of corruption from free sex to bloody wars. Humankind's history started through breaking a simple divine principle given to Adam and Eve by God. You should not eat of the fruit of the tree that is in the midst of the garden, neither should you touch it lest you die. Through history, humanity has worked diligently to rediscover these divine principles step by step. Science and religions have both discovered most of the God's divine principles, one naming them laws of nature and others truth, respectively. So much has been discovered up until this point, but there is still so much more to be unveiled. However, as we evaluate history, we understand that It is not just a record of events that take place by coincidence. It is unfair to think that there is no plan for humankind. Every individual has planned for his or her life and even planned for the day. How then could it be possible that this big universe is functioning perfectly without any plan or purpose? History is flowing in a clear direction with a clear purpose. History is a tool to perfect human beings. Many people during the history have strived for perfection. Philosophers, scientists, religious people, and even simple people pass all their life the ideas and best practices to their descendants. In addition, on their way discovering divine principles, humankind has discovered laws to salvage all the major problems that we face. However, only those laws work which are in accordance with divine principles. From this, we can figure out that throughout history, humankind has been constantly striving toward perfection. Another trend that have been witnessing is that people are becoming more successful at a young age. We see many young entrepreneurs becoming millionaires before their 40th birthday. People are also searching for the cause and origins of everything as opposed to just studying effect and result, like in the past. With the current level of technology and development that um, we have access to, there are vast opportunities for perfection. Everyone wants to be the best and perfect themselves in many areas, like politics, art, sciences, business, etc. However, up until now, the only person who has perfected his character was Jesus Christ. There have been many prominent people in all areas of life, but only he remains in history as an example of a perfect individual for humankind. But can he be the only perfect person in history? Can there be another? And will there be another? If so, who will it be? And can we all become perfect in character as Jesus inspired us? Be a perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. Why should anybody strive for perfection? And what stops people to become perfect? Before we can answer these questions, we must start with a very fundamental one. What is perfection? On one hand, we notice that many people work hard on perfecting themselves in different areas of their life. They study a lot, play sport, go on a diet, and achieve formidable results in business, politics, arts, etc. On the other hand, some people act destructively, alcohol abuse, smoking, using drugs, same-sex marriage, and even suicide, thinking that this it's fashionable. Also, as we analyze this hotspot of our planet, there are some people that try to convince that killing other person is acceptable. However, history proved that killing any person is the biggest evil, no matter what. Why do human behaviors different so much? It is all about mindset. Different mindsets are followed by different action and bring different results. Even after so much development in many aspects, the current mentality of humanity remains in the same level as a few centuries ago. Despite progress, a person's fight through toward meeting a stranger for the first time is more. Despite progress, a person's first thought toward meeting a stranger for the first time is more often than not, it is person safe. Throughout history, the greatest enemy another person faced was another person. Therefore, unfortunately, for now, on first impulse, we see other people around is an enemy. One of the main problems why we do what we do most of the time is because many times in our life we do it as usual, but not as correct from divine principle viewpoint. Although many people chalk this up to instinct of human nature, this was not the way we were originally intended to be. From the divine principle viewpoint, we are not supposed to naturally be distrusting and suspicious. In every moment of our life, we do what we do because of a life experience a certain mindset we inherit from family, or because of the advice of someone else. But many times these actions are not right. Therefore, there are many times in our lives where we do not be satisfied and something just doesn't feel right. The main issue with this problem is that different people understand goodness and evil differently. At the core of this is our belief system. Even though we all live together on this earth, each individual understands how goodness and evil differ. What are good and evil, and how can any individual take the right steps toward perfection when the definition of what is right is so relative? An obvious definition of goodness is to do something good for the sake of the public, for the sake of the something bigger or better than the individual. The definition of evil is the force that tries to bring destruction and disturbance to original form or purpose. Technically, our brain is faster than any computer, but we are very lazy. Our brain inserts excuses automatically. For example, a person may think, I will drop smoking, eat less, make sports itchy, but the brain will justify some kinds of excuses to start the next day or next, and so on. Our brain is full of scripts, stories, and reasoning for things, and in every moment of our life, we use these stories by default. New things and challenges are scary for us because our brain doesn't have a new script to be able to process the new experience. In any moment of our life, we always have two choices, good or bad. So, as a procreator of your life, why shouldn't we choose good one for every moment of our life? There are divine principles for self-perfection, for couples perfection, and for world perfection. It would be in our best interest to follow these laws that so that we may be able to become the greatest version of ourselves. Jesus managed to show us a huge part of the for perfection, but from his words, we should wait for his return to complete the model. Script that we draw from ourselves pop up in any moment and any life situation in our life. By controlling these scripts and developing and perfecting them by divine principle, we can start to move toward perfection. As in the world of scientific physics on human relationship, there are divine principle used in relationship as a moral etiquette discovered and developed by our conscience systematically. Up to 95% of our daily life is spent in internal conversation with ourselves, a stream of consciousness that help us process what we are experiencing. What are those internal conversations about? Spiritually says that almost 80% of our thoughts, ideas, and self-talks are tips from other people from spiritual world. Sometimes these are good ideas, but sometimes they are really wrong and even detrimental to ourselves. If we could prove that these conversations are actually input from other people, we would be surprised that some of the biggest achievements in history have actually been collaborative efforts, from dreams to an apple falling on a head through experience in natural laboratories and even bathroom. We might not have always been alone during this great aha moment. We see that many people in our world attain high achievements in business, religion, politics, arts, sports, etc. They became celebrities and are greatly admired by others. So are they perfected individuals because of these great achievements? Absolutely not. Why? As we have briefly discussed, the perfection is not perfection of just an external skill, but a perfection of internal self through being perfect in love. True love. True love is everywhere. God's absolute true love does not insist on a desire to have one's partner exist for one's own sake. True love essence is giving, living for the sake of others and for the sake of the whole. True love gives, forget that is given, and continues to give non-stop. It gives joyfully, and we find it in heart of a mother. So interesting, brothers and sisters. Uh, in this book, perfection is perfection in love, and the original source of love is God. So without God, perfection is impossible. The main attribute of God is true love. That is absolute, unique, unchanging, and eternal. Yes, brothers and sisters, this is the words for today. Please practice and comment it. As Messiah said that we are so precious as Joel. So please do it. Work it for your own perfection, perfection in true love. Mm, comment your ideas and see you tomorrow. This morning motivational meetings, reading uh, quotes for happiness, words of love to empower equality vibe by reading Interfaith or scriptures. And this billion happy life subscribers marathon, join now and subscribe, share it to all your friends to get more happiness. Yes, share it, this video 4 times today and you will get more happiness. Please contact me anytime for cooperation. Wish you a great blessed day today. Keep strong in this crisis time. All the best. Bye bye.